What's up, guys? So, I think I had a weird issue with my stream. Not exactly sure what happened, but I was trying to figure it out. I was like, man, ain't nothing going on here. But I think we got it figured out. So, I was just like, something's weird going on here. Couldn't figure it out. I'm stream stupid when it comes to this. So, let's go through it. I was like trying to figure out why I wasn't broadcasting, but hey, we made it. We're here. So, let's hit it, okay? Let me see here. Where are we at? Let's go ahead and close Discord because it takes some resources. This was just going to be a fairly quick stream, but it was supposed to be at like, I don't know, 9:30, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Apparently, my stream key got screwed up. But we're live now, so we are live. Hey, what's up, Nico? Thanks for stopping by, bud. Seen you on there on the chat. We are live. I had some issues getting it started. Yeah, totally had some issues getting it started. So you guys are gonna laugh at me. I was starting it up, getting it ready to go. Couldn't figure it out. Had to try to sort it all out to get it going. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you my screen, okay? This is my streaming screen. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Do you know what the issue was? I didn't hit the go live button up there. Oh God. How stupid, dude. Oh, it cracks me up. So yeah, today's minor discussion, breaking stuff. I did want to talk about some of your stuff that you got going on, Nikos, because I'm really excited for you. The fact that you reverse engineered the Avalon Nano 3S, I think that's super exciting. Yeah, no, facts, dude. Sometimes it's right in our face. So I'm gonna come over here to X real quick and just fix it, fix the stream. It happens, dude. It's gonna happen. This is only my second live stream. I used to stream games a long time ago, but this is only the second one. I was actually looking at some of the miners to see where we're at temp wise. Let's see. So far, we're looking good. The only one that is being troublesome was the 650 Duo, which I should have recorded it, but I kind of fixed it. Let me switch my camera real quick, and I'll show you what I did, because it was being a pain in the ass again. So let me camera switch. We're on this one. Video capture, deactivate, lab bench, activate. So we're at the lab bench and see all my crap on the desk there. Let's move this stuff over. Let me show you what I did to the Duo to make it work better. At least to get it somewhat in check. I'm still trying to make this thing work. So I ended up double stacking fans on the heatsink to blow air over the top of this voltage regulator that's in here. And then of course I've got a fan on the back there. So now it's running 3 fans. Kind of funny. But other than that, it's okay now. Let me plug it back in and you can see the thermals on it. It's doing okay. I still don't trust it, so I keep it in a lab or in the lab so that I'm not having any trouble with it. In case it does, I can shut it down remotely. And then I was preparing the LVO7 for I need to solder on some pins so that I can connect the UART to it. That's one of the next things on my list to do. Connect one of these little bad boys to it. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, bud, Niche in the house. What's up, buddy? Hey, I seen your solar bit, dude. How's it working? Is it working good for you, man? I just seen your post briefly this morning before I got functional and all that, so I was excited for you. I'm ordering the stuff I need to build mine, and I'm super pumped to get it up and running, you know? I'm like super pumped to get it up and running. My goal is with the solar bit, and I think this would be awesome, is to take it camping into the mountains with me. Because I'm going to be going to McCall, Idaho, and I'm like, dude, what if I want to try to get it built before August, so that because that's when I take my long extended 1 month vacation where I just disappear into the mountains for a month, and I have Starlink and it works perfect up there. So I'm thinking like take my solar bit and my Starlink up there and just run it, and I think it'll be awesome. That's great, dude. I'm glad to hear it's running good. I'm super pumped. I'm gonna, like I said, I've got stuff in order to get it going. Um, yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that. Hey, Nikos, this you can appreciate this, right? So this is the older Lucky Miner LV07. It's like a close to 1 terahash model. The board layout's fantastic. Like it's a great looking board, great big part, like good hardy parts. A nice heatsink a removable heatsink for the voltage regulator, and then XT30 connector, right? And you're like, oh yeah, that's fantastic. And they did this to connect the XT30 connector. Instead of putting an XT30, you have to slip these onto the power, and it goes to a barrel jack. Like, come on, guys, what are you doing here? You had it right. You had it right, and then you did that. So no, I was just poking fun at him for it. Um, no, they have a great board layout and a great design. It's, you know, you throw this in here like that, and the fan, it's got a static pressure style fan in there, and but yeah, like exactly the Frankenstein XT30. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you've got the makings for something great there, and instead you do this. Yeah, I never understood that. I thought about it is a very, yeah, exactly, afterthought. You remember when we were looking at the Nano 3 board, how you said, somebody designed one part of the board, someone designed the other part, the pieces, and then they just said, "Hey, let's make this all one." This is exactly the same thing. Yeah. Let the engineer in the 3D case decide how to fall out. Perfect. Yeah. So I was kind of thinking for funsies, I might make an XT30 setup for it just for fun. That's just another one of those weird designs. And then you've got this design. This one right here is another one of those weird afterthought designs. This one is similar to the Nano. So this is a 12 volt. The LVO7 is 12 volt. This one's 15 off the USB-C PD handshake. Oh, Tech Man Ty, I am having a good time. Today's one of those days where Saturday mornings are very convenient for me when I'm not normally on call. Obviously, I'm not on call right now, but Saturday mornings from basically when I get up till about 2, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, yeah. I would like to figure out how to bypass this one because I tried. So the Nano 3S's power supply works really good on this. So I don't really think, in my mind, it's really not worth doing right now. simply because this is only, 25 watts at the most. And that power supply that comes with the Nano 3S is 140. But it's an interesting take, and it's a stupid design because look how they put that Type C port. Like, why can't you lay it flat? Like, I don't know. Here's a this is a fried bit disc, but they laid it flat. Why would you stand it out like that? Yeah, yeah. So I sent my Nano 3 back to get they're actually replacing it. They no questions asked warranty on it. So I'll be getting a new one. And then I want to do what you did where you bypass the PD handshake crap and make it work. Techman, you can print the case if you have a printer. You don't have to have it. It's just nice to have. It keeps you from possibly shocking yourself with it or something like that. Other than that, 3D print one. I think it. I 3D printed mine, and it was definitely worth 3D printing it. I think, but I don't know if you have a. I just barely got a 3D printer, so that was the first print I made after I made the tool, the scraper. The next one I made was actually the helix from Pleb Base, I think. I printed a helix so that I can put it on. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like a, is it 75 amps on 110, 120, or is it an 100 amps on 220, 240? Oh, no worries, Paul. I was late because I forgot to hit the go live button. Yeah, I thought it was I wanted to try. Well, the whole reason I bought a 3D printer is to build stuff like this so that I can make mods. And so I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm ready to do it. Yeah. Uh, need to quit being lazy and build some metal cases. I need to quit being lazy and put that metal shelf up that I built or that I bought so that I can get all my miners off of the wood shelf in case there's a accident, per se, like, sending 60 amps to a a board here like that because I do that kind of stuff. I this particular accident was 6 beers in, setting up 10-bit discs onto a rack, and I wired one of the Type C cables. These use a Type C power, but they're not a handshake style, and I reversed the connections. So negative to positive, positive to negative, and that went really, really badly. I need to find some pins. See if I've got any header pins. Bunch of header pins, actually. I guess that's why I keep all these around. Put these off in threes. You found a DC to DC converter, 12 volt to 5 volt 8 amp that would be good for the server breakout board. Yeah, yeah. My only problem with that is finding something that I can connect 8 devices to safely. Because I have, what am I up to right? I think I'm up to 20 gammas right now. And they're all on a 300 watt power supply, two of them. And then a couple of individuals, like the Duo is by itself. The Node Runner 602 is by itself. And I'm trying to think about what I can do to get them to where they're, you know, safely put on a breakout board. See if we can find a way to crop this up without melting anything. Nope. Will be hard to pull off on a buck converter. Those fucking 5 volt Bitexes. Yeah. I know, Nikos. I know you're not a big fan of them. I know. I get it, bud. I know for sure. Oh, I need to plug that in. Get the old soldering iron put on. So each of them are 2 by 601. Oh, okay. So you're getting a 5 volt converter to hook to the PSUBB for 2 of the XT60. Okay, okay. So just be careful with that. You know what I mean? Put some stick a fan on the box. Yeah, could build a 5 volt box with multiple buck converters next to each other, multiple outputs, and stick a fan on that box. Power the fan and box off the PSUBB. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, TechMan Hashwatcher is an interesting app. I actually like it a lot, and I've been using it forever. But I got a code for the Hashboard app, and it's interesting because I'm seeing differences in like temperature readings and so forth. Like they're not exactly the same, and I don't know why that is. I'm trying to figure that out myself, you know. But they work pretty good. Yeah, that's Paul. That sounds like a great plan. Obviously, with electricity and power supplies, be careful. But yeah, I think it sounds like a good idea. I'm working on something similar just because I want to do these. I'm trying to get away from these less efficient power supplies personally. Uh, these Meanwells, I'm not having very good luck with them. In fact, the Meanwell that shipped with my VimU Octax, which is a 300 GTS, 360 GTS. Well, here, I'll show you. Let's look at the Octax real quick. Let me show you, switch cameras here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Deactivate lab camera, activate web camera. So right here, let me kill my image real quick. Boop. So if you look here, look at that voltage. It's 11.8, and that's a Meanwell lab brick. So the Octax is uh, not doing too hot. I'm going to finish the review for that later tomorrow and then push it onto the PSUBB board. The only reason I haven't pushed to the PSUBB board yet was I was waiting to finish my review. Because when I do reviews, I don't want to do a review where I just plug it in, set it up, say how good it is, and then shut it off and never use it again. I like to run things for an extended period of time. This is the stock firmware that it came with. It will be getting TNA OS, or I have to just finishing my. So exactly, show us proper temperature readings, dude. One ASIC chip reading. Don't you worry, Nico. As soon as the review's done, it's getting its firmware. But in my opinion, in my thoughts, to do the review properly, I need to run it on the firmware, on the stock stuff, everything stock, and then go. So, yeah, I know the A6 don't have temp dies on them. So the 1368s have temp dies on them. Yeah, the Nano has chip temps. I saw that in your little clip, dude. That's so cool. So I wonder 1368. I think the hex and the Zyber are 1368s. Let's look at the Zyber. Yeah. No, it didn't. Let's. I gotta look at something. Zyber 8S. I'm trying to think of which ones have 1368s. I know I found it once in Axe OS, so let's go to Swarm like this. Yeah, so the Zyber 8S has 1368s, and the Super Hex has 1368s. Streaming the Nano TNA OS on Discord if you want to see it. Testing a bug on multi-pool mixed stream of V1 and V2. I got a bug somewhere. Let me see if I can, because I'm on my laptop streaming and see if it'll run. I'm happy to stream it. I think it's badass. But give me just a sec. Let me open up Discord. Might have to kill. Let me kill this real quick. And then we'll run Discord over here. This laptop, I'm building a new, not a new, but rebuilding a streaming PC for live streams. So I'm working on that. So let's go. This over here. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Excellent. Yeah, it's nice stream we got going.
Yeah, it would help if I hit the right button.
Yeah, indeed. You could try and do a pop-out window on Discord and see if it will help you more. Maybe.
Pop out. Oh man, killing me over here. So let me close that real quick. Yeah, I had no worky for me. It was crashing my computer, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's go over here. Got lots of messages to do today. Let's close that out. Bring this back up. That'll be a lot better when I get a better streaming setup going. Let's go like this. Zyber 8S, this one. Let's get. Let's open up the Hydro. I wanted to look at the Hydro real quick. Yeah, dude, definitely we'll plan to do a stream because I want to cover some of the cool stuff that you've done, dude. Like I obviously I shared the link for the Avalon Nano 3S stuff, but like the hash card one was a solid read too, and I love it. I think it's fantastic that you're able to do this kind of stuff, man. Like it's really good. I'm using a pretty crappy mic too. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm putting together a streaming PC, so I got to get it all set up. I think my soldering iron is ready to rock. So let's see if I can solder something on. Let's do this. Let's go to lab bench, activate the camera. See if I can find my roll of solder and get this going. It's hiding from me. These ones right here, I get these on Amazon. I think they're kind of expensive. I don't like the copper ones. I actually prefer the aluminum ones, but I think they're like 11 or 12 bucks. And welcome, Mr. Crypto Machine Shop. It's good to see you, bud. Now, don't mind my head in the way here because I'm blind. I really need to get bifocals. We need to tin that up a little bit. Turn on the fan. Need to get some flux. Yeah, so I just grabbed these from Amazon. They're okay. They're not the greatest, but they work. The copper heat sinks, it's an interesting thing of thermodynamics, I guess you could call it, or thermal whatever. But I have found that with the aluminum heat sinks, if you can see how thin the fins are on them, compared to these coppers, they're real chunky, so they retain the heat a lot harder. So if you're pushing air over them, the aluminum ones will win all day long because they don't hold as much as the fins on these. So I don't know. The copper ones they're a little more expensive, but it's a take it with a grain of salt for me. Whether you use the coppers or the aluminums, I get these ones for like $20, and there's a lot more there as far as different styles, thinner fins, that kind of stuff. I've had more success with the aluminum heat sinks than I have the copper ones. And that's just how it's been for me, at least. Right. Let me see this. I've got some XT30 connectors. Yeah, the shovel miner, the digital shovel. This guy right here, it's a turd. It's kind of a turd. Not gonna lie, it's a piece of crap. Yeah, the solar's gonna be good today for you, man. No club. You're down in Florida, right? We're hitting our fire season already. We hit it. We literally it goes like you know April showers to May flowers, and this year it's April showers to May fires because we already have some pretty large uh, land fires going on already. South Florida. Oh man, you're down by the beach. I've been collecting all the weird miners. Specific heat capacity and thermal situations is a problem with the small copper heat sinks. They need a big lump so it gets more thermal mass to dilute the heat. Yeah, exactly. It needs to that what you said, Paul. That's kind of what I've figured out with these, and that's why I've kind of just went towards the aluminum ones. So put up some solar. I don't have any solar panels, dude, at all. The price per kilowatt hour here is really good. It's 7 cents per kilowatt hour. So I really haven't had to push towards that. Obviously, as the summer starts to progress, we're going to start running AC units and we're going to see a lot more a lot more heat, and so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but as it gets hotter, the more AC comes on. The nice thing is my mining room is very separated, so keeping it away from the rest of my working area has been nice. $124. Where the hell do you live, dude? Good God. It's only been like 90 here. That's a lot. I will be running a solar bit, dude. I've got the main hearts of it. I've just got to get the rest of the stuff ordered here. So 04 in Michigan. Oh, 4 cents per kilowatt hour in Michigan off peak. Very nice, dude. At that rate, you should be firing up some S21s or something. 15-ish in South Florida. Makes sense. Makes sense. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. So I regularly chat with a couple of people in the UK. One of my one of the guys I chat with over on the Jellyfish Discord. He's from the UK, and yeah, brutal prices over in the UK. But that's probably why solar is more. Well, I mean, solar is a really solid plan over there. Yeah, a couple of S19K Pros. Yeah. Uh, I can't pull the trigger on those yet. So there's a guy in Eastern Idaho selling two S19K Pros, I think. Let me look real quick. But he wants $75 each for them, and so I'm like really tempted to just go buy them. Let me look. I saw it this morning on Facebook Marketplace. So it's an S19J, 97 terahash. He's got it for $75. 5 kilowatt of panels and 1 Elon's power walls. Not Nahin. I'm just gonna say nah. I don't know what's wrong with it, but at that price, it says ASIC miner, low hours, SHA-256, cords included. I actually messaged him and see if he wants to meet halfway because it's about a 2 hour drive for me. That's kind of what I was thinking too, is to buy one and make a single board miner, or do like a Erlacher style setup or something like that to make it run nicely. Something like that. Let's put this back together. Real quick, for one of my followers, he wanted to see how the heatsink came off, so I'm going to clip this for him. He was really curious about that, so this is how it comes off. With these pressure pin or spring-loaded screws, just evenly pull them off. I'm pulling this one apart anyways because I'm going to be doing some experiments with it, so not a big deal. And it'll make it easier for me to solder. I was going to solder it now, but I just realized I ran out of flux, so that's okay. And then like that. And let's clean off any paste so I don't get it all over the place. Oh yeah, I saw that. So I saw Ryan Blast was talking about that. About he's making a monster miner, I guess it's called, and he was talking about how you could solder a couple of resistors on and just call it a day to make it 110. PSUBB, no Erlacher. Yeah. Well, if I do it, that's what I would do as a PSUBB board for sure. I agree. I'm I wholeheartedly believe in that. The PSUBB board is pretty awesome. So there you go. I really like the layout of this board. I like the big hardy components. I wish they wouldn't have screwed up that. So for the guy that wanted that, there you go. I showed you how to take the heatsink off. Pretty straightforward. Let's get that. I kind of to buy this, I reached out to my suppliers and they were like, "We don't want to sell these older ones." And I was like, "That's fair. I get it. I get it." So I ended up buying one off of eBay, and I didn't realize that I bought it from Retro Mike, and I felt kind of bad because I lowballed the shit out of him to get it. But so to Retro Mike, thank you, sir, for selling it to me for cheap. I didn't realize it was you, otherwise I wouldn't have lowballed the hell out of you. But we'll set that one aside. Get this Blue Axe digital shovel thing out of the way here. That thing drives me crazy. Put these screws right here. Interesting design layout of that one. Very interesting. Yeah, me too, dude. I gotta get some more coffee. It's time for coffee. Yeah, so Nikos was kind enough to send me. Yeah, he's look as I like Ryan, I really do, but I think you know he's got some cool ideas, but I think he needs to. Yeah, I like him. He's a good dude, but I think he's kind of like every one of us in the space. Are just trying to figure it all out. So Nico sent me a crypto machine. Nico sent me a care package with everything I need for the main components for the solar bit, and so I'm putting together my shopping list right now to order probably next payday. I think I have uh, my pay has been cut slightly because I'm not running the tow truck because of my foot. So I've been working on it, but I'll be ordering everything I need to get the solar bit going. Decentral from Canada, didn't they close? I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's move over to the. Let's check out Decentral real quick. Decentral. They are much alive. Yeah, I mean their website's open. So learn. So you said they got a link for. Space heater guide. Let's see. Interesting. I have to look into that a little bit more. I, when I started, my goal was to stay with low power, and that's kind of where I've been at is low power. And I don't know if I'm going to push further into everything else, but into the bigger stuff. But I still like the low power stuff. What's up, Super G? Good to see you on the stream, bud. Thanks for coming by. Your facts, dude. Hash rate is addicting. It really is. Like, let's look at. Let me switch cameras real quick. We'll go over to my desk here. So I'll come from this solar bit to this camera, and yeah, just hash rate is super addicting. Because if you go, now let's go out of that one. Let's go to the Axe Swarm. So the thing that is kind of funny, ever since the Axe OS update, my NM Axe doesn't show up, which I think is hilarious. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the number, well, let me check Hashwatcher. Hashwatcher might still have it, actually, now that I think about it. Let me look at my phone real quick. So the only big ASIC I've ever ran, was sort of big, was that L3 Plus, the Doge crap box. And I only ran it for a brief period of time. Mainly just because it works. It works great. But it's just I got a hammer miner that runs faster than it does now. So 192.168.1.6.43. Okay. 198 or 192, sorry, 192.168.1.43. So this is the only miner that doesn't show up in my Axe OS. And this is the NM Axe. Oof, that one's that power supply looks like it's on its way out too. 11.5 volts. That's why it's probably been triggering. So I might hook the NM Axe up to the PSUBB. So the L3s are interesting. So I have a completely I I built the Doge crap box is what I call it. And basically it's like a trimmed down L3. Yeah, that's some serious voltage sag on that. So I'll probably send that over to the PSUBB setup because I think it's time. some some serious voltage sag on that. Either out of that power supply is that. So this is the NM Axe. Let me go grab it real quick and I'll show you guys. I'll be right back. I got a limp. Hey, you too, Sean. Thanks for coming by, bud. So let me switch cameras and I'll show you the NM Axe. I actually really like the NM Axe, but yeah, some people don't like it. So this is the NM Axe. It's I think it's really badass, but yeah, it's on a stock power supply. It's just a white power brick. But here's the NMX, and I haven't done anything to it, just ran it. But this one is it's interesting because this one I caught a lot of shit for buying back in when I was hanging out and talking to the open source guys, but they can kiss my ass now. I don't care. Um, this one is a 12 volt. So, Nico, I know, dude. I know. I scrounge up miners out of nowhere, dude. Like I just find shit and but like so the NMX is basically like the end boss for a Bitaxe Gamma. It's 12 volt. It's kind of like Gecko Science's setup. It's 12 volt. They've already heat synced it nicely. In fact, that thing is dirty as fuck. So, but yeah, they Helltech got a lot of shit because Helltech was selling selling these things. These so this one hashes at like 1315 out of the box. So Helltech made a bunch of these CYDs, and they called them the lottery ticket, and people were, you know, buying them, and yeah, look, these things are fun, but that's all there are. They're not anything serious. Sorta. I've found some places where you can get some shit coins with these, but yeah, no, this is they make really good stuff and it's really good quality, but people don't like them because of the whole CYD thing. Bro, boss level 1, we got gamma at 3.2 terahash. Send it. So I've thought about sending this one because you can. This one is fully under overclockable, and I've really thought about sending this one. But I'm going to tear it down real quick because I've actually never tore this apart, and we'll get a good look at the board and stuff. But yeah, I caught a lot of shit for buying this one at first, but yeah, whatever. It can kiss my ass. It's a really nicely designed setup, nice clear case, got a bunch of lights on it, lights up like crazy. Then you just take these standoffs off, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I was thinking, Nico, Raptor, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Nico, I was thinking about grabbing one of my suppliers wants to send me a couple of miners for just send them to the moon, and so I've been thinking about it. They're like, we'll send you a couple and just let you burn them down. So there's that board layout, and it looks. This is a pretty cool setup. The screen is set up with a cable setup, and if I remember right, this uses a unshielded ESP on it. Below it, I'm going to take a picture with my camera and see which one. I can't really see it very well, so I'll use my phone. So I believe this uses the Super Mini. So let me see that. That's the ESP chip. It uses a little ESP chip. It's all laid out on the board. Pretty nice. Like I said, this is a pretty sweet miner. It's smaller than a Gamma for sure. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But I did catch a lot of shit for using one of these. The open source guys at first were trying to eat me alive, and I just told them to kick rocks. I'm gonna mute the volume real quick so I can blow the dirt off it. I don't want it to hit everybody. But yeah, no, this is a pretty solid miner, dude. I really like this one. It's pretty cool. It's been really good to me, and but yeah, I think I think it'll probably perform better if I put it on that PSUBB. Oh man, good lord, these things are a pain to put on. So this is the NMAX Gamma, AliExpress, or you can buy them directly from Haltech. NM miner. Mostly they're known for the stupid CYDs, but they made their own variations of like the Bitaxe Gamma and uh what was the other one they made? Oh, I think they just did an NM version of the Nerd QX Revision 6, if I remember right. Like it's just barely getting launched. And I was actually talking to Wendy at Still Apex about one, trying to convince him to send me one for science and because I like their designs. Yeah, Raptor, I'm a sucker for the white PCB boards too, dude. Trust me. But like the acrylic stand, the pre-installed heat sinks, like these guys are good. And this thing almost never gets hot. It doesn't even remotely think about getting hot, which is what I like about it. But, it could be phoning home. I don't know. I should plug in the firmware sometime and maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll get it up and running and we'll look at the logs. We got Nico here, so Nico's the master at reading log files. Me, I have to throw them into Chat GPT or Grok AI to see what they're doing. But it's been good. But yeah, just it doesn't show up in my. Well, Nico, I was thinking maybe we'll see if we can see if this one's phoning home. It runs a fork of AxOS, so I mean, easy peasy to check. Let me see if I can find. I don't have any more Type C connections on here. So maybe what I'll do is pull a log and throw it on the Discord and see if we can find out if it's phoning home. But yeah, it's kind of a cool miner. It's kind of cool. If I had an extra Type C port, I'd just hook it up right now. I'm gonna go throw it in the mining room real quick, and maybe I can look at the log files from the OS. Maybe put Crypto Machine on a Nerd QX and call it. Yeah. Let's see. Let me check how many people are in chat. We've got 8 in the chat right now. That's pretty awesome, actually. Now 9. So let's refresh this real quick. Logs. Look, is it supposed to say get Pong? Let me change cameras real quick, dude. Look at this right here. It says get Pong. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I need to sniff the web traffic. So at some point, Techman Ty is going to get us some pictures of that BCO4 so you can get your eyeballs on it and see if it's something you might be able to write firmware for. And if that don't work, then maybe I can convince get one and send it to you. It's much easier to fix, huh? See, to me, this, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just swap the ESP32 off of it. So to me, this Axe OS version is uh is more of a how do you call it? Looks more like a combination of the Nerd operating system and Axe OS together. But because it won't allow it to show up in my swarms. But I'm pretty sure this will swarm everything. Maybe not. Maybe it won't. Let's look at the GitHub. Yeah, so this is their new one, the NMQX++. 234. That's actually pretty cheap. Five-minute Cloud Angular UI update. Huh. Ugh, they're using a barrel jack still. I think my dashboard says concurrent viewers 3 right now. So was hoping it'd show me the barrel jack size. I'm betting it's just a regular 5.5. They used to have, well, I bet they probably still do have the other one. Yeah, the 1366. Yeah, dude. Post links, man. I think you should be able to post links. Let me make sure. I don't know. Like, this is the. I'll show you the product that fucking pissed everybody off. Um, this one right here, the CYDs. So, the reason the CYDs pissed people off was because you would buy the CYD, and these were like the like Nerd Miner V2 came out, and then these came out, and these guys pushed it to one mega hash. Yeah, 1 mega hash, and uh, this was the one that they intentionally kicked off of public pool because they're I don't know why, but for whatever reason they kicked them off of public pool for it. So it was just kind of funny. Did a message pop up? Hyperhash, thanks for coming, dude. I'm just listening while decommissioning my private farm. Finally, time to retire S19 hardware, about 100 to clean up and prep for shipment. Damn, dude, that's a lot of hardware. That's crazy. Are you putting in new hardware? I'd be curious about that. Did a message pop up? No, sir. Nothing popped up for me. Let me see here. Let's go live chat. Keep switching back and forth between live and. Did you post it on Discord? Converting to hydro. Okay. Okay. That's cool. I don't know a lot about the big stuff, but I have a friend here in my town who has a lot of like L9s, S19s, S21s, uh, and some of the older Z9s, I think. I posted above, but it must cut the end. I wonder, let me see if I can make you a moderator and see if that helps. There we go. Hell yeah. See if you can post the link now with that there you go. Get some firmware, boys. So, Nico, question. Can you flash Bitaxes with your firmware? I know the Nerd QX stuff works, but I couldn't remember if we had talked about. Nice. Okay. Because I know I've got the land mod firmware on my one of my 601s, and then I'm going to be doing the Nerd QX one soon. And on the Nerd QX one, um, I'm thinking of just doing a full video land mod, firmware, the whole shebang. The only condition, uh, so select the Bitaxe 660X minor. Okay, okay. So the only condition that I need to stick by with my, and the reason I haven't flashed most of my miners yet, is anything that I've received as a review sample. I have to finish my reviews before I can change anything on the firmware. And so I'm getting to that point now where I'm starting to cycle out. For example, the Octax is coming up soon. I cannot wait to get that one onto. Um, let's see what other ones I have. The Nerd QX one is coming up. I would be curious if have you looked at the Nerd QX stuff? Also, the Nerd QX. So the solar bit is for the Nerd QX the QX. Yeah. Here, I'll show you that one. Let's go Stella. The one I have is from Stella Apex, so we'll just look at their place real quick. Right there. It's this guy right here. Oh, come on. So you look at my swarm real quick, and I'll pull it up. Where is it? I have too many miners running. QX Hydro, QX Gamma, Nerd QX right there. Where is the logs on these? Oh God, that's right. I remember you telling me about that. That's right. So this one is an interesting one because it's showing the ASIC temps near. I'm assuming they have sensors near the chips, but like this one always reads higher. The number 3 sensor is always reading higher than the rest of them. Yeah, so this would be IX Tech is the original designer, whatever, of that one. So these are the 1368s. That's the heatsink. Interesting. Because when I first got this one, I actually repasted it, and it performed exactly the same. Didn't change at all. Where is the damn log files for these ones? Yeah, facts. Silicon Lottery plays a big part too, for sure. That part I'm used to, man. I'm definitely used to those. Show logs. Let's see. Stop scrolling. Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's a lot of variables. I will say this though. Comparing this one to a few things I was doing. So I was looking at IX Tech, who made it, who designed it, or whatever. I was looking at their QX. The only differences in the QXs that I seen was a fan. The two fans are different sizes. The fan is half thickness because this is definitely a full size fan, a full size 120. It's not a thin one. And then they have this cooler right here, the El Mirage cooler. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's just a reconfigured layout, design changes, whatever. In the end of the day, it's probably the same thing, just flipped on its side. I got a noisy fan in my laptop here. Yeah, so on mine, it's not quite that good. I don't know if we can see a good angle of it. Mine has a little tiny heatsink on it. So I thought about buying the El Mirage to put on it for funds. Kind of interesting. You got a fan dying here. Let me do this real quick. This old beater laptop I'm on, it's rough. Let's see here. Once again, the TPS is, yeah, for sure. The TPS is the problem here. That chip you see between the little heatsink and is red hot. That's TPS needs cooling. So right here. Okay. So it looks like it's getting some cooling there, according to the dashboard at least. Power management gets to 125C. Let's I got an idea. Let me go hit it with a heat gun real quick. No, that's not the TPS. That's right. That's the power management chip. Let me hit it with the heatsink with my gun real quick and see if I can see what it's at. Getting old. Nice. Oh, that makes more sense. So they're all merged together to make that temperature. So when I hit it with my little temp gun, um, it was at 36 Celsius. Interesting. Wrote extensively in our Discord about the BS OMSU. Or I think I read that. Weren't you talking about the octax on that one? Merge 3 temp sensors into the VR temp from the 3 parts of the board, which are multiple inches apart. Yeah. So the TNA firmware shows all that. That's freaking badass, dude. That's so cool. The VR temp is behind the VRS on the PCB, behind it. The ASIC temps TMOS are in a chip next to the ASICs. Okay. So that's why when we're, like me throwing a fan at the back of a board, we're getting lower temps because the sensor's back there. That's crazy. Yeah, no, that's very misleading. Very, very misleading, actually. Grab a pic from the overclocking channel. Okay, let me go over there real quick, see if I can get Discord opened. You do something real quick. There we go. So pins. Okay, okay. So the board temperature, VR, TPS. Very cool. This was on the hash card, right? Okay. So pin is power in, voltage in, amps in, board temperature, voltage regulator, TPS temperature, fan 1, fan 2. So the board temp is from the sensor next to the ASICs under the heatsink. Okay. The VR temp sensor behind the VRS on the PSUBB. Okay. And the TPS onboard temp is from the chip I pointed to. Okay. Okay. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. So, let me see. K-Tech, man, thanks for coming by, dude. Seriously. Seriously, awesome, dude. I gotta text my wife real quick. She just messaged me. Okay, so the power from the TPS to the VR is for the ASICs, and I out is voltage from the TPS. Okay, okay. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. I need some water. It's crazy, dude. It's kind of crazy that you mentioned that. Sorry about the losing the volume there. um, but I find that wild that you would do that and not point the temperature sensors in the correct areas. Is it just like a band-aid to try to get them the board layout correct, or you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I can't make sense of why someone would do that. Leftover pizza. Keep their customers coming back. Well, I get that. Doesn't make sense, but I get it. Sorta. It's just kind of weird. Where is the 650? This one would have it actually. Yeah, no, it's kind of stupid. I I'm no board designer, but and I'm still very fresh to this, but in my mind, it makes more sense to put temp sensors where they need to be. So that way, when you're looking for its job, doing its thing, or working it, hashing away, you can get accurate temperature readings from the location they need to be. Yeah, fuck those guys. I don't care about them. I agree. Stupid. I agree. Sorry, not sorry. After the divorce, I just build the things they way I want them to be. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And I don't blame you one bit. The firmware is proof of that. It's like you always tell me, dude, proof of work. Oh, knocked the mic over. I saw Altair was pretty excited to see you do this. So, I'm sure. Have you gotten your hands on the BM1373s yet? Yeah, no, that's super cool, dude. I really like the guys at Altair. Um, I've had some private conversations with them, and I like them. Dudes are good peeps. And then after what you told me with Avril, super cool. So, getting weird errors on my encoding overload. Consider turning down the video settings or using a faster encoder or presence. Well, okay then. Let's kill this. Let's kill that. Definitely got to get a better PC for this because I'm getting this encoder overload message. Yeah, me neither. Until they become a mainstream thing, I don't really plan on working with any of the miners on them because, I was just looking at like the Nexus L or S1, $700 for it. You know what I mean? It's yeah, it seems a bit much right now. This is I can't wait to build this, dude. Cannot wait to build it. I'm super excited. This is what I need to see right here so I can get everything I need. I can get my Nerd QX Plus to run a 10. Don't need any more chips. Got enough power in what we have. People are just facts, dude. Facts. It's such a crazy market because I'm seeing this, and I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm seeing this shift to like the older hardware in its full being repurposed instead of people buying more and more solo miners. And I love the solo miner parts. That's what I'm about. But I can see the shift to the bigger stuff, and I get it. I get it. I remember, when I first started, the first thing I actually started with was a L3 plus L3 plus. Yeah, and it just goes back to repurposing. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, I came home the other day. 65-inch TV in my living room on. Bathroom fan on. Kids' bedroom TV on. Every light in the house on. And I'm like, nobody's here. Why is everything on? Oh, kills me, dude. Now that I'm doing the mining part of crypto, I'm starting to be more mindful of what's being left on. Yeah, the mining efficiency saving for the month, right? Turn all that shit off. Golly, dude. Come home and my son's Xbox Xbox One is on, TV's on, nobody's here. What the hell? Drives me crazy. Hey, Mick, that's where I'm at too, man. Like, but at some point, you either, if you want to be, save it and keep it running, or you want to try something crazy. That's what you have to decide. If you want to experiment and do all that, that's where it's at. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to push it? Do you want to push it to its limits, or do you want to take it to the next level? And I'm at that point right now with some of the stuff that I have, that I want to take them to the next level. You know what I mean? Like, just go ham and find out what happens, and not just intentionally blow something up, but actually try to sustain it if it can. So let me refresh this page real quick. My computer's getting a little mad here. Let's go live chat. But Nikos, I think in terms of overclocking and pushing to the extreme, your OS is going to be the right choice for it. Because, like you said before, you're getting these averages for temperature sensors, and that's not a good thing. You want accurate readings if you can get them. One of the things that I dealt with on this one right here is this temperature right here, the voltage regulator. I would see it hit 71, 75 C, and the whole miner would shut off. And I got basically told that, oh, this thing's capable of doing this, and that. But I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, boy, I'm going to throw that on the main screen here, Nico. Maybe, if I can get it to work. Yeah. I still want to do one of these, dude. I really do. Fucking love it, dude. Fucking love it. Uh-oh, we're getting an error again. My encoder's pissed off. It's probably GitHub. Either that or I'm starting to overheat. I'm gonna kill my browser real quick. Let me pull up. I think my laptop might be starting to overheat. It's not happy. Gonna end up melting this thing down. Maybe. If it'll load. If it'll load. Let's kill that page. CPUs is just spiking. Gotta figure out why my CPU is just climbing out the teeth here. I'm gonna try something here. Let's kill the browser real quick. Hopefully I'm still live. I had to kill the browser real quick for something. Something is going on here. OBS is overloading. My OBS is super pissed off right now. Killing processes. He's not happy. Tools. Bring up the chat for. Maybe. My live stream might be tanking right now. I don't know what's going on here. This thing is really pissed off. And we're still streaming, so that's good. But man, Friday. Maybe. Encoder overloaded. Consider turning down video settings. Okay, well, let me open the settings and I'll try. Uh-oh. OBS just froze. Not good. Video. Let's see if this brings it back. I just restarted it. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, that video did piss it off, didn't it? Gee, many Christmas. All right, maybe we're back. Maybe we're back. Maybe. Maybe we're back now. I'm trying to find out. It's been kind of running choppy. Did a full reboot. Anyways, I don't know what happened, dude. It was pissed. It was really pissed. Yeah, I really need to. So I have a setup that I was going to put together. It's like a Ryzen 5700X. It's an older graphics card, but it will work. I just use it for this setup. Think I got DDoSed? You never know, dude. You never know. I've got a full setup I can do to build a PC for this, and I guess I'm gonna have to. I would use my main desktop, but like I don't want to move that thing over here because that thing's a monster. That's a full gaming PC basically, but I have something I could use over here at least. All right. Anyways, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the good stuff. Remind me to stay off of X when I'm on here. I'm just kidding. Let's go over to one of the miners real quick because I wanted to look at something. That's a Zyber. That's okay. We can leave the Zyber. And then Swarm. See, it's like even with this one, again, this is a dual chip board, but it's still only showing me one temp, and that's probably because it only has one temp sensor in there, which I mean makes more sense. I am not, dude. I need to get on there because my plan is to get my nerd setups. I like my Octax, my Nerd QX, um, Nerd QX 6.1, and my Still Apex Nerd QX Hydro, and I want to put them all over there. Get some hash power over there. Let's look at that. Gober Battleground. Let's put it into this one right here. Dude, this is so cool, dude. I was looking at this the other day, dude, and I was like, this is so freaking cool. Knots versus Bitcoin Core. Balls deep overclocks, BIP 110s. Yo, that's great, dude. I love it. B. Clan. Do we freeze up again? Something's going on here. Anyways, let's close that up. Getting some encoder errors again. I don't think this laptop is ready for this kind of shit. It ran pretty good last time, and I ran a 3.5 hour stream on it. The QX is warm. So this was the first miner I pushed onto the PSUBB board. Oh, did it crash? No, there we go. Yeah, no, it didn't. And this thing got so much happier about being on. Well, shit. We're having major malfunctions here. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to stop streaming for just. All right, let's try this. Let's see if this works a little. All right, let's try this. Let's see if this works a little bit better. Seems like it doesn't like being streamed at that high of a rate because I just had it at 1080p. It's probably terrible quality though. We'll see. Go to live chat. The quality's down a little bit, but I think that'll keep the encoder happy. Jeez, oh Friday. Yeah, the crazy part when I I'll have to just remember this from the next live stream. When I had actually already worked on 2 miners before I figured out I wasn't going live. And I was like, oh shit. Wrong button. You can we get some sats from the competition monthly, tips from people, and you can tip people miner plus soon. I'll spice up the highest monthly difficult found. Hell yeah, dude, that's freaking cool. Yeah, it when I was checking the settings, when I come over to OBS, in fact, I lowered the video quality a little bit. I think this was just getting unhappy with the encoder settings, which just tells me I need to use something better than a laptop for sure. The RAM was good. There was plenty of RAM. It's got 32 gigs of RAM in it, but it's like a Core i5 10th gen piece of crap. No video card. It's just a laptop. So it's using software encoding. I'm just curious to see what happens. It's only on a 50-watt power supply, so if it burns down, it burns down. Oh, look at the golly. Settings. No, just crank that son of a bitch up. So after today's stream, we're actually heading out to Lake Walcott. See if we can catch some more of those big basses. I'm gonna do something real quick behind me. Let's see if we can. So Nico, if you're looking at this temp right here, what's the highest you'd let this run? Because I feel like it's gonna shut off here in a minute. Let's go 650. Holy shit. That thing's getting hot. Yeah, that thing is it's gonna bake. Let's drop it down to 500. The error count is up a little bit. What settings did you use to push a gamma to 3.5? I'm curious. I have a little 150 power supply that would work great for trying to push a gamma to its limit. Although it's a Meanwell, so it might die on me. Jesus. Yeah, dude, that's why. So I plan. I'm gonna order the panels and some small stuff, and I'm gonna take it with me for like an entire month while I'm out camping. I think it'll be hilarious, awesome, proof of concept, really cool, all the above. Oh yeah, yeah, that's where I've had it before, and that so I think that's why I think there's something might be wrong with this one because when it reaches about 75, 80C on the OS, the miner completely turns off. Yeah, this is a dual chip miner too. This isn't a regular gamma. But I figured if any of them is going to get killed, it's going to be this one. This has two chips on it, two 1370s, I think. There's three fans on this though right now. 75C. I really think with this one, I don't know, it's 5 volts, so it's hard to say, but because look at that, the voltage is dipping. course, we're on a 50-watt power supply, so. There we go. Turned it up a little bit. So the ASIC is fine. Well, according to the reading, it's fine. I think this one's advertised at 1.8 terahash. But yeah, I think immersion. Whoa, shit. let's bring it back down. Okay, I'm going to open this and hopefully it doesn't crash the video. How did you fry it? I have thrown kitchen sink at this gamma, removed all the stops. 3.8 terahash, 58 watts, 90 overC, and yet fry it. So what you're saying, Nikos, is I need to try to beat your record. Did you have it emerge when you did this? I'm gonna bring this up for the stream to see because this is awesome. So, right there, 3.8 terahash, 15 joules per terahash, 90C on the ASIC. But that's the reading in there. Were you able to get an accurate ASIC reading from that? Like not the OS one, but the accurate one? Direct power bypass. That was 2+ years ago. Holy crap, dude. That's freaking awesome. Pre-divorce. Pre-divorce. I love it, dude. I love how you refer to that as the divorce. Now I got an idea, bro. Like I'm thinking, and this wasn't immersed, right? Or was this worse immersed? It had, oh, okay, okay. 1350, 1150. Damn. Merged, of course. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I saw the fan speed was 0. I was like, it's got to be immersed. That's freaking cool, dude. The V core. Um, Tag me in the pic on the Discord. Okay. Let's close that real quick. Did this one? This is the hash card. Yeah. Oh, right there. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Almost 11 terahash. And this one died, right? $1,350 megahertz. 4 times died. 124C on the TPS. VR PCB 72 degrees. Board temp 70 degrees. $21 amps. TPS temp. Yeah, I saw that, dude. Holy crap. Yeah. Yeah, that's even under immersion cooling, that thing's flaming. Oh. Oh, got text from the wife. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to have to end it here soon because we got to get ready to rock and roll. Hopefully, we can get some more work done this next time around because kind of dilly daddled on this one. Well, because I kind of screwed up the stream to begin with, but that's okay. That's what happens when you're new to this stuff. Next time, I'll remember to hit the go live button. Nikos, I will probably catch you tonight, my time. Next time I chat, I'm pretty much going to be gone unless I have cell service where I'm at when I'm fishing. Then I'll, we'll just shoot the shit through there. I gotta get ready to rock and roll because we're gonna do some carp and bass, smallmouth bass fishing today. The weather is perfect. Not too hot, nice overcast, keeps the bass at the water. So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, anyways, to everybody who came out, thank you for coming and supporting the channel, watching the live stream. Nikos, thank you for sharing it and giving us all this awesome information about the miners and stuff. It's good information to have. I cannot wait till I get done with the reviews so that I can get TNAOS flashed onto my devices. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. Um, hell yeah, this is going to be cool. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Peace out.